Wide awake, I've been sleepwalking. I follow my dreams, stalking supreme, awesome. When I reach it, I'm going Steve Austin, stone cold to the streets talking. Might smash two cans together, let the beer just leak off 'em. I wore my heart on my shirts, then I rip the sleeves off 'em. I'm bearing arms, you niggas need garments. Get out the creek, y'all, and repeat. Target won't let the feet block 'em. Elite garments with a street baller. Had beats cross me in the hind years. Watch the ankles, my nigga, time heals. Order your steps, I'm like a minefield. How you live is how you define fear. Life, talking to me when I had the blind ears. Now I perform on any platform, the knobs been keeping my back.
Yes, y'all. We back here again. We gonna do a mashup today. It's me and I got special guest, Mr. BCNO, the Invisible Man. What's happening? What's going on? We gonna talk about NXT for 30 minutes. What's going on? What y'all feel like? What y'all feel like NXT this week?
Before anything else, hit that like, subscribe, comment. Joe, drive safe. Dennis, be happy today. And in the world, the mashup is about putting intros and putting others. Let's go.
I like it.
Let's go. We have a lot to talk about, Dennis. Let's start it off.
Right, so our first match, we got a Survivor qualifying match between Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, Thea Hill, and Fella Henley. Speak your mind. What you think?
This was a weird match because again, the pay-per-view is on Saturday. They're trying to promote getting to there. It just was really misplaced, honestly. But again, it's a lot more women in one day than most times they get on a week. So I'll give them that, honestly.
I thought it was weird because, well, I mean, at least they had some. It was out the blues. They had people. Who is Henley? Like she didn't even have enough like matches like to build herself up, and then now she win a match like this.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, they could have had Roxanne Perez or Thea Hill or goddamn motherfucking. They could have anybody else win it.
Yeah, but they're cycling though. They're just cycling the women so everyone can get a shot, and I understand that. Before it was like maybe seven to eight women that would cycle back and forth, and you get the blue girl. But after a while, they're doing this new system. Let's do 5, 6, 7 girls at a time. One wins, one doesn't. One gets squashed, one doesn't. Well, let's just keep the rotation going.
So how do you feel about that?
Joe, any thoughts?
I mean, it works. It works. But at the same time, I feel like they're pushing too much talent too quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like some talent are not getting proper chances to grow and strive like they need to, which in turn is probably going to result in a flip-flop of the women's championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not all for that. I don't want the women's championship to be flip-flopped. I want it to be on one person. I want one person to hold it for a little while. You know, at least 6 months to a year. You know, and then when that person loses, I want the old formula. When you lose the championship, you get a rematch, and then after your rematch, you go to the main roster. That's it. You shouldn't be lingering around in NXT.
No.
NXT is developmental talent.
Yeah. Did Roxanne Perez even get her rematch?
No.
So, no. And then what about Thea Hill? Like, what's going on?
Tiffany Stratton never got her rematch either.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now,
You know what I mean? Like,
this is life.
I mean,
This is how it is, Dennis. And it sucks that most people don't get a rematch. You're supposed to get a rematch, at least something
Yeah.
of a rematch. You know, a chance.
That was part of the. That was what I liked about the gold brand of NXT, the original gold brand.
Yeah.
They had a formula. The formula was they push talent, they give them a world title. Then then when they lose the world title, they get one rematch, and then after they lose the rematch, they go to the main roster. That was the formula.
Funny. Yeah, something funny or destructive or like symbolic, a la Bo Dallas when he gets carted out by all security in a golf cart.
Yeah.
Or Sami Zayn when he got destroyed by Kevin Owens, like a couple months later, like stuff like that.
Samoa Joe, Finn Balor.
Yep. It's Kyrie Zane, Nikki Cross, Asuka.
Asuka gave the championship away and then went to the main roster.
Yeah, and that's a symbolic thing too, because again, no one. And again, you know why? Because no one beat her. No one beat her. It's like, I'm done. I'm out. Deuces. And it makes sense. It made sense. Now, Dennis, in this match, before this match happened, was there a talking or a setup of any kind of all these women?
No, well, what I call was just a match.
Okay. Now, since this is a women topic, this apparently happened on NXT as well. We have this clip from Interdimensional Cable from the PWF. Sorry for the squeakiness. I'm not getting copyright.
So, remind me if I'm wrong, though. Why was Tiffany Stratton punched first?
Because someone wants to make a name for herself, and Tiffany Stratton's the only one that's there that can be a name because Becky ain't.
But at the same time, like, you're not even on the same caliber as Tiffany Stratton. Why would you want to do that?
It's the yeehaw, bitch. It's just the moment. Yeehaw, bitch. Punk. That's it. That's it. It's fucking stupid. I want to put that clip there because that was a funny clip. And Booker's like, oh, yeah. But that's Booker.
Yeah, but it was a dumb clip to me. That was a dumb segment to me.
It was. For like, yeehaw, bitch. All right. Match number 2.
Yeah. Okay, then we got the Wesley announced his injury. Dragon Lee challenged Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. I saw that. I wasn't going to clip it because it was very heartwarming. And I feel bad for him because he wasn't going up, but he was slowly going up. Like, they buried him because of Dominic, but at least his name was out there in NXT, and you can get your rise back. Now you're injured, and when you come back, the people that you were trying to get a rise are gone. And you got to start all over again. And then you come back as a heel. So.
Yeah, to me, like I said, they should have put Wesley and Ricochet together. They good high flyers.
True. Joe. He's a fine. Next up.
Next, we got Lola Vice with Alexa Lopez versus Tatum Paxley.
Okay.
What's your thought on that?
That was a very okay match.
Sorry, y'all.
That's okay. That was. What's your thoughts on Wesley announcing his injury?
Don't ask me. I'm going to be biased. I'm going to be like, yay.
Damn. Okay. Joe was on a not good mood today. Okay, I get it. The match you were talking about, Dennis, okay match. Not really shine worthy at all.
Yeah. Yeah, but they graded as C+.
Of course, because they got to give something.
You know, let me explain something here. The reason I'm tired of Wesley is I feel like we had him long enough. He was a champion. He lost the championship. He's had rematch. He's had a rematch. Like, how many fucking rematches the dude's going to get?
Yeah.
Then he quit. He left, packed his shit, took his ball and went home, came back, got his ass whooped again, got hurt. Here he goes again. Bye. Move on. Either get rid of him or keep him out for a while until he's fully healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to be up on the main roster anyway, so he could be used as feeder food for the bigger fish.
I was asking the Invisible Man, what you think about him and Ricochet being a tag team? Wesley and Ricochet being a tag team. You don't think so?
I don't think so. It's because then you're reinventing the team that he was already part of, kind of.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I don't like the fact that you're going to go. I don't like, you don't want to have two fast guys together. It's better to have a faster guy that's more agile with a bigger guy because it makes more of a dynamic when you're doing tag team stuff.
So what if, Wesley come back? And
that's why Braun Strowman and Ricochet was working.
Yeah.
Until Braun got hurt.
Yeah, my bad. But what if when Wesley come back, he decided to bring back Nash Carter?
Nash Carter will never be invited back.
Ooh.
That's fucked up. Nash Carter, yeah, that's
strong words.
Nash Carter was he's got a lot of problems, and he got a lot of problems. We can't talk about those problems on air.
Okay. Then Matt Riddle had the same issues, or just about?
No, this goes more into Bill Cosby land.
Oh Lord, we're moving on. We don't no.
Oh, the banana pudding. The banana pudding. The boot, the pot, the boot. Oh, I got you. I got you. My bad. I don't want to get nobody the pudding. Nobody deserve the pudding.
Talk about Barney.
Hey man, we can't be together, bro. We Okay, the next match, Alpha Academy versus the Metaphor. To me, Akira Tozawa, he rubbed it off on that. Ooh, that's so nasty.
And thank you for reminding me. I've been seeing clips of it that Otis is obsessed with a woman like Lisha or Tasha or whatever her name is, and she keeps running away. And that just reminded me, wow, they just copied Mandy Moore. I mean,
Lash Legend.
Yeah. I guess. But I'm glad that Gable's doing something. He needs to do something. Maybe in the next couple of years he'll get his shine again. But for me, it was a good match. And again, I love Otis being goofy and falling in love with a girl. But you already did this once. So doing it again just makes you look like a creep. Doing it once is magical and rom-com worthy. Doing it twice is what Mr. Joe says Cosby worthy. So let's not do that again. All right, let's just stop.
They do a lot of Vince McMahon Cosby stuff on WWE TV.
They need to stop. They need to stop. They're get in trouble one day. They need to stop.
What trouble?
I am not going to get in trouble, sir.
You're fine. You're fine. You're Mr. Joe Bienso. You're fine. I meant everyone else. Moving
Word
on.
of the day. Yeah. Word of the day. Don't take the banana pudding.
That's right.
Word of the day. No. Barney's Pudding Pops.
All right, what else, Mr. Dennis? on off the rails here.
I gotta go to church after this podcast segment, bro. Like straight to church. I gotta take communion and get baptized.
Still wouldn't save your ass.
Wow.
All right, so what else happened on the NXT, Dennis?
And then we got Byron. This will we get into where Byron Saxton hosts the Women Iron Survivors Challenge, and that's when that y'all bitch happened again.
Iron Survivor.
The Iron Survivor, when they had all the Iron Survivor members.
Thank you. You too. Was that all the Iron Survivor members? Did we so who were the final 5 for the Iron Survivor?
For the women or for the men?
Yeah, women and men.
The women, I showed the clips. It was like someone said "Yeehaw, bitch," Tiffany Stratton. Oh, well, Dennis said it. Say it again, please.
Yeah, there was Tiffany Stratton. I want to say, hold on, give me 1 sec. I had it up.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, she said, yeehaw, bitch. You had Blair Davenport, Tiffany Stratton, Henley, and then it was Keelani Jordan.
Why do I feel like they're going to give that shit to fucking Blair Davenport?
Of course. Why not?
Gotta be, yeah.
It's
They're
sad.
moving her up the. They're moving her. They're moving her up the ladder really fast.
So y'all know, Nikita Lyon, and she back now.
Oh, she came back on. Yeah, I didn't get a chance.
She came back when that brawl happened. She came back and
Coke, and the other was large Coke.
She came back and kicked the shit out of Blair Davenport. When they fighting outside the ring, she did a motherfucking roundhouse and kicked the shit out of Blair Davenport. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. But yeah, she came back and kicked the shit out of Blair Davenport.
Yeah.
And that's how you knew she came back.
So I guess Joe's right. Blair might win the belt again, just the survivors, whatever you want to call this. But let's talk about Mello and Trick, because again, it's culminating again. There was Mr. Anonymous showing the clips that he was in the back, and then Mr. King was also. I was gonna get that clip, but I'm not getting copyright. And then let's see your thoughts on this, Mr. D-Walk. Here we go.
You say you didn't see her, did it? But you know it in your heart that it wasn't me. And I silenced all that rah-rah. But why the videos of you working with him? I would never work with that sucker. You know what? And to prove it to you, I'm gonna whoop his ass on Saturday. What you talking about, man? I talked to Ava, and she gonna get it done. And I'm not just saying on my word no more tricks, I'm saying on business. Good. We stand on business then. Come Saturday, Mello opens the show. And Trick closes the show.
Why is that the point of T.I. and his son? I stand on business.
What?
That was kind of fucked up when he said it too. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah.
I can hardly make shit out on these clips. It sounds like I'm listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks reruns.
I have to put Alvin Chipmunk so we don't get copyright and be crying reruns. That's why.
And how does everybody else get away with it?
Lawyers. What he was saying is basically that he's trying to prove to Trick that he did not attack him. He's going to fight Lexi King, or whatever his name is, on Saturday. And Trick made up a good point. You're going to open the show with King, but I'm going to end the show, which will further add on that if he did it or not. So, Dennis, since you're the expert on this, what's your thoughts on this segment?
And the way they going right now, they might fuck it all up.
Damn, son.
They might just fuck it up. But if they want to do it right, if they really trying to keep Trick and Carmella together, they have Alexis King have a mystery partner.
Yeah, I know. I'm speeding. I'm trying to get past the fucking truck.
Okay, be safe.
Yeah, man. Quit doing 110.
Yeah.
No, the car was yelling at me because the stupid fucking semi was trying to fucking. He didn't yield to oncoming traffic that are coming on the fucking highway, and he kept going, and he couldn't have moved over.
Let me know, bro. I'll fly there and we can both whoop his ass.
That's right.
No, it's okay. I know how to avoid things. That's a good thing.
No, but to me, if they want to, they got two different routes where they could do Trick and Carmelo, and it'd be easy. But then I don't know what kind of route they take, because the way they going is like bouncing back and forth.
I'll tell you the best route. The best route they should take with that shit is they should have Lexus King come out with a video saying, "Oh, you think I did it? No, man." He's like, "Let me show you what I saw from my cell phone that I recorded." And he shows Trick and the audience, "Hey," and he shows Trick getting jumped by Mello, and that's when Mello turns.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's what they should do. That will make more ratings.
But if they do it right, they could do either or. If they do it right.
I hope so.
Yeah, but if they do it Lexus King, I mean, okay, but it's kind of boring though, because we know who did it and we saw who did it, kind of, but we didn't see actually who did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anonymous clip. There's the anonymous clip that's out there, which I was going to clip, but it just shows that, like I was telling before when you left, it shows Mello going to the right to the hallway, and then King following him behind him. So we don't know if exactly they're kind of insinuating, was it Mello or was it King?
It was. Yeah, it was. I think it was Mello.
Of course, it was Mello. It makes sense. They're doing the storyline, which I like. I actually like the storyline because it's going to culminate to like probably around WrestleMania, maybe Royal Rumble. That's my thoughts on it.
But they do it. I kind of like they could do it right. They could do this like a 2-man power trip in NXT. You know, they win them with tag team titles. Did Trick ever get his rematch in the North American title?
No.
Boom. And then Carmella Hayes win the NXT title. He somewhat get between Dragunov and Baron Corbin. That I could see. That'd be dope to happen too. But you know what I mean? It's just my imagination. I mean, I think that'd be cool.
Dragunov's not losing that belt.
Okay.
They're not taking that strap off of him.
Speaking of Dragunov, and Joe's not gonna like this. There was a talk, and I will give praise to Baron Corbin. He kind of plagiarized a segment and used it for his own advantage. And this is part 1 of that talk.
Sacrifices. What you call sacrifices, I call excuses. If you wanted to bring your family, you could have. There's always a way, but no. Ilya, you turned your back on your son. You walked out the door, you got on a plane, and you left. So those are excuses. Those are excuses you tell yourself so that you can go to sleep in that cold, lonely apartment at night. And Ilya, what you're doing to your son right now, well, that's exactly what your father did to you. Oh, that stings, huh? Yeah. That stings, huh?
Damn, he sound like Christian, didn't he?
He does. Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, what's your thoughts on that, Joe? Like, he kind of sounded like Christian, the promo from Christian the Edge, except take away father and mother and put son.
Yeah, I feel like he directly stole that shit from Christian Cage.
Thank you. At least someone acknowledges. Shout out to Joe BNCO, the PWF, acknowledging the fact that this motherfucker. I mean, he tried. I respect him. Like, it was like out of like a 1 out of 5, it was like a 3.5. But then when I heard it plagiarized, I'm like,
look, Baron Corbin's not bad. He's a good wrestler. He's good on the mic. I mean, give the man some respect. He is good.
Yeah.
Of course, Happy Corbin was a happy time in wrestling history, and Bummy Corbin was even better. So,
but he should have won the NXT champion a long time ago instead of now.
Debatable. Debatable. He was kind of trash during the Samoa Joe era. Great.
If you make him champion now, though, I don't know.
There was a second part though that I wanted to say. After Baron Corbin crapped on him and crapped on him and crapped on him, Dragunov spun him around, gave him a big hug, and said the only person that can kill the dragon is the dragon himself, and gave a smile. Baron Corbin didn't see that. Dennis, your thoughts on that?
Okay, now the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, he should have won that title then. But to me, his gimmick, the flip flop, switched around, pirate, happy, sad, and all that. That is, to me, it's like he's dead. But other than that, I kind of like the segment. I mean, I kind of like the segment where the part where Baron Corbin, he's starting to get a little shine that he should have been getting a long time ago.
Yeah, I guess in a sense he's gotten better over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Why the pirate gimmick though? Why is he channeling his inner Jean-Paul Levesque? You know what I'm talking about. Do you remember the pirate?
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre Levesque, the fucking pirate from back in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And what they should have did was they might as well bought Baron Corbin back as the Taskmaster 2.0.
Might as well just get him a fucking leather eye patch and have him swing in on a fucking rope.
I believe Paul Burchill already did that though, didn't he?
Huh?
I believe Paul Burchill did that already, right? Swung from the thing. But was that who was that one? My man, the carnival dude. What was his name?
There was a couple people that swung in from a rope.
Damn it, what was his name? They had him like a carnival gimmick.
One of them. Well, no, I'm not even gonna go there.
Come on, man, quit being scared. Quit being scared, man. Say it.
I go there. I respect the dead man too much.
Give me some initials then.
No, I can't even do that. We'll talk after the show.
We're moving on, so we get in trouble with that too. So
come on, man.
Here's a question. I don't know. I don't have the card as of now, but let's talk about predictions for NXT. Let's start backwards. Dragunov versus Corbin. Dennis?
Dragunov hot right now.
Okay.
The worst thing that could happen right now is Baron Corbin lose and they shoot him back to the main roster.
Yeah, because what fucking sense would that make?
Yeah, I know.
That makes fucking 0 sense. Let's send him to NXT from the main roster, and then let's fucking have him lose the biggest prize in this championship in this area, and then send him back to the main roster again. That just shows they have nothing to do for him to do.
Yeah, for his ass. That's sad for him, but that's how it does.
Just like they let go of Dolph Ziggler, but we ain't gonna talk about that there. But just like they let go of Dolph Ziggler.
Now,
well, they're stupid. I can't help WWE in that.
I know. Now let's move on let's start from the beginning to end. Mello versus King. Who's gonna win? And whoever wins will automatically affect the match for Trick. That's what I mean. If King wins, you don't know.
I think it might be a twist. I mean, our luck, WWE might have Trick Williams join on Alexis King's side. Like, you never know. Like, I don't know. It's weird, but yes. I don't know. It ain't gonna be no full match. That match ain't gonna go all the way.
I hope not, honestly, because it's getting kind of like. All right. And the 5 survival thing, we all kind of said that Blair Davenport, Tiffany's calling herself Tiffy 2-time, and I don't want to talk about that. What's your thoughts on NXT on a Tuesday, Dennis?
Tiffy 2-time.
Yeah. His face says it all. I didn't want to show my face. Honestly, I got braids in my hair too. I look sexy and I'm still disappointed. I don't even want to show my face.
Hey, with facial expressions getting like brand that took off the way my facial expression is right now about that, what you just said, like.
Yeah. I just saw a clip right now. Shout out to AEW fanboy on on Instagram, like, oh, I'm Tippy Two Time. I'm like, you just wait. Who gave you that script? Who gave you that script?
Tippy Two Time. I feel like I want to pay for a subscription or something.
Or Jiffy Pop. This is Jiffy Pop's new representative. Tippy Two Time.
I can't Hey, honestly, I can't even like take her serious now unless she do an OnlyFans account.
Boy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like Tippy Two Time. Why does that sound like fucking something you want to pay a subscription for?
Yeah. But I guess NXT was okay in a sense, and Tippy Two Time do OnlyFans. Let's switch it up. For the masses. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. My damn thing is messed up right here. For the PUWF Wrestling Talk. We will resume recordings on Wednesdays, 9:00 NXT time with G-Walk. We'll be back on the regularly scheduled programming at Wednesdays at 9:00. It's just that my girlfriend's going around the island again for the weekend, so speeding things up.
Hey, I got another thing. I just got the flyer about December 22nd. I'm gonna send y'all and show it to you. But also, the shirt is almost made, so I could be able to show y'all, and then I'll just get some more made and send it to you.
Awesome.
But good things though, good positive things coming, man, for real.
And I'm going to rep that, put down the wall, so it's there forever. And say, ladies and gentlemen, time for the PWF.
One man hustling with one goal and one plan for errors. Karma made his gun jam, make it last forever. Multicolored patterns on my belly, leather time I hope.
I have like 16 different things. Anyway, we're going to talk about 3 different things we talked about before we went online. Ken Shamrock, WWE Raw deal, and a little bit of AEW about the devil, right? So let's start off from the beginning in AEW side. This is a clip of Renee Zellweger. Renee, where the last name, I forgot what her damn name is. Parquette, thank you. Is going to talk to MJF, and look who passes by. There we go.
Get a word with MJF, who's teaming up with Samoa Joe tonight to take on the Devil's Mask Men. Are you doing an interview? Your friends? Yes, you are actually. I don't care. Cool. I would love to get a word with you then. Hangman, we've not seen you since Full Gear, your Texas Death matches for Strickland. How are you? How have you been? Where have you been? Well, I got hit in the back of the head with a cinder block and then choked unconscious. So I could not fly for a few weeks. And I'm glad that you caught me. I'm glad we're doing this because there is something that I needed to say to you, Swerve, and to the world. Swerve, you broke into my home. You went into my son's room. It took Prince Nana, it took Brian Cage, but you beat me in a Texas death match on pay-per-view. I can concede. I can recognize when I have lost. And you have beaten me. But Swerve, at Full Gear, I took something from you that you will never get back. And I think that we are bound by something bigger than either of us. And I think that you should know this is not over. And Swerve, I know what you want more than anything from this life. And I promise, because of what you did to me, I will make sure that you never have it. You know, I just wanted to say to you, first of all, bravo on that match at Full Gear against Strickland. I mean, it was so impressive watching 2 guys battle out to see who could get more STDs. I mean, it was great stuff. Honestly, I don't have 30 minutes to stand here and have you talk to me like you normally do. So if this is your interview, right, I will let you have at it. Enjoy. You know, the reason that I have to go out there for 30 minutes is to wake the crowd up after they have to deal with some...
Now, sorry about the squeakiness. Hangman Page basically said that him and Swerve are bound by something different, you know, the blood and everything else. Because of that, he will always, for what he did to his son, he will always not let Swerve get the big one. So that means Swerve is going to be eventually going up to a main event match, going to the end, and then Hangman coming in. The part I cut out is that MJF started talking, Hangman came back and then said, "Hey, what's this devil thing? Like, are you the devil?" And Hangman's like, "I'm not the devil. It might be just you and somebody else dressed up as you. I don't know." A lot of people at the same time are using Wardlow's shitty little boots as reference, because then at one point when the devil came out again, he had the same exact boots. So Mr. Joe Biancio brought up this topic because it's a really good topic. Do you think they're doing a shoot? Not a shoot. They're just cutting the storyline and making something different. Joe?
I feel like they might have to because of injuries.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe they're going to make MJF the devil.
Okay.
Only because the way he was laying, it looked very staged.
Yeah.
I like how they incorporated the glass beer bottle.
Okay.
To make after he had that beef with Hangman backstage. Did you get to see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
And he got attacked after that, and he accused Hangman of being the devil.
Damn. That's what I said. He accused Hangman of being the devil, and then in return, Hangman said, "No, you could be." That's why I think you're right. I think Hangman might actually be the devil because of the match with Swerve. Leading up to Swerve was the same exact time as the devil storyline. Up until this point. And now that, as you said, injuries, and by the way, Roderick Strong is finally free of his wheelchair. He got up today on Wednesday and got up and actually threw it away. There's a lot of murder mysteries. Dennis?
What's saying it ain't? What it's saying is, what if it's Adam Cole? Because Adam Cole never been around MJF 24 hours, like all the way around. What if it was him in the Kingdom? Man, this is something I was thinking about and I was reading. But I'm saying, like, what if it was Adam Cole? Because, they always been trying to get one up on each other. Like, whenever they had their back turned and everything, and some always happened, they always did some kind of weird, like, I'm about to backstab you whenever you get a chance, but when you least expect it. What if it could have been one of them?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that I think it could be. It's a possibility. I feel like they could be doing an aces and eights angle where there's going to be more than 3 or 4. It's going to be a whole bunch of people. Someone notated. A lot of people have been notating that one of the Devil's Henchmen's movements last night was similar to Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, someone said that too. Someone said that in a tweet, like the way he kicked, the way he's like, that could be. I mean, it could be.
He's done with his rehab.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's been ready to come back for a little while now.
Yeah.
He had neck fusion surgery, so I mean that's almost career ending.
Okay.
So I mean he could be part of this group too.
It would make
also,
sense.
What if it's Samoa Joe?
That would be kind of funny.
You notice how nobody has attacked Samoa Joe?
Who the fuck is going to attack Samoa Joe? Who's dumb enough?
Dude, there was 4 of them last night. They surrounded the ring. Samoa Joe was in the ring by himself. MJF was knocked down. And they didn't attack him. They left.
Yeah.
Notice, they've never attacked Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you're running a group, of course you're not going to get attacked.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
Remember I told you about his promo, and I thought about the Main Event Mafia again because he came out in the suit, drinking the bourbon with the cigar and the nice watch. And that promo, I was like, he looks like he's Main Event Mafia. And shortly after that is when the Devil started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Then maybe like he's just slowly doing it. Maybe that'd be cool. We did it different.
Because World's End is coming up. He has his world title shot again. The Devil didn't start showing up until after he lost that match.
Mm-hmm.
The first match against MJF. He lost the match and then he cut that promo.
Okay.
Hey, on a side note, did y'all see Brock Lesnar's daughter, bro?
Oh, Maya.
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Joe, you really know about that more than anything else. Please elaborate, because honestly, like, that's crazy.
She threw a shot put in college.
Yeah.
And she has the 4th highest record in the world right now.
Nice.
For shot put. And she's not even fully grown. I mean, she's still developing in college. She threw an 18.5 and the world record is 22.5. She's 4th in the world.
Right.
And she's number 1 in Minnesota.
And that's crazy. And she looks just like Brock too, like a spitting fucking image. And
she's Brock with a wig. She's Brock with a wig.
Like and Bill like him too.
Yeah, she built like him. Can you imagine if she becomes a wrestler?
That's what I don't want. Like, then be like, oh, she's not real. She's like, no, that's a pure-blooded freaking Brock Lesnar baby. That's not really surprising after like she suplexes like AJ Lee 25,000 times. That's why I'm scared.
Can you imagine?
Whoa, to the women's division, because you got to step up or you're dead.
Dude, if she could throw a shot put 18.5, you know what she would do to a person?
Yep. Like I said, I use AJ Lee as a reference. Just whack! God.
Can you imagine the dude she date? He's stuck in a family. He's not going nowhere. Because Brock Lesnar gonna kill you.
If the daddy won't kill you, the daughter will.
Yeah.
Well, but it happens. Well, I respect that as it is. What else? Okay. Something on the topic as well, because I don't want to talk about match at AEW and WWE. It's all over the place and everything's crazy. Now, as we see a whole bunch of let's talk about CM Punk a little bit. Now, a whole bunch of wrestlers are coming out of nowhere and defending him. You know, he's the best. He's a good guy. Mickey James said something. A couple people said something too. I will say, at this week, he hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't insulted anybody. He hasn't done any fights. So good for him.
I got something for you though.
What?
How do you feel now that CM Punk is gone from AEW and they said he was the problem and morale in the locker room is the lowest it's ever been? Everybody's fighting and people are wanting to quit.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
It wasn't CM Punk's fault. The locker room was fucking toxic to begin with.
True, because there's a lot of big babies, but at the same time, like he left a little bit like a bad taste in the mouth, and that happens. That just happens.
No, this is the thing about CM Punk. He grew up on old school values. Like, do you remember how old school basketball, how physical old school basketball used to be? CM Punk is like old school physical basketball what in the NBA need now. Like nowadays in the NBA, you touch him, you get a foul. CM Punk is that old school value that the young cats don't even understand and know. That's the whole thing.
Exactly. 100% correct. Mark Henry even said it on Busted Open Radio about CM Punk. Yeah. He said, Punk's that old school cat. He sees something wrong, he's going to say it. And he's like, and that's how us old heads work. We try to, guide the young talent in the ways that we were guided and try to show them the right way. But
look at it now.
He said these young talents don't want to listen.
Like, look at it
now. They want to do things their way.
Like, look at it now. Like, when the competitive sports happen, there ain't no such thing as no first, second, third place. Everybody win. How can you be good when everybody on the same level and with these people it don't make sense, though. Come on.
What's the point of competition?
Yes. What's the point of competition? How you gonna be better than somebody when everybody see you as an equal? Come on.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. That's only what CM Punk was doing.
Like I said,
I have no thoughts on CM Punk and anything else. I'm not gonna. He moved, went to the other place, and we have Adam Copeland. And speaking of Adam Copeland, they had a match on Wednesday, first time ever in Canada between those two, and in so many years. And the ending was just so bad because you don't bring family members in to portray storylines.
Yeah.
I called it.
Yeah, you did. You did. You called it
I
months
called
ago.
it.
You called it
I
fucking
called that
months
shit.
ago.
I told you that fucking she was going to get involved and help Christian. It was going to become, she was going to be like his side chick.
Yeah, and I was fine, but the way that she kept inching closer and closer, and then looking at Edge and then looking at him, and like, you're calling it out so fucking much. Just like walk up to Christian, and then wait till Edge looks at you, gives you the signal, then do it. Like, oh god, I'm just pissed.
She's not a professional wrestler. That's why she doesn't know what to do. She's new.
Here's a quote here from Kev Castle. I don't know who this guy is, but have no idea who she or her son is, Nick Wayne. All I know is Edge is a total flop in AEW, and Christian is having his best run to bad, but too bad is in front of record low attendance and ratings. Now, here's the thing, though. Christian was kicking ass in Impact with record low ratings. Christian was kicking ass in WWE when Vince wanted to literally put a blue check thing over his face. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it when Adam Copeland wanted to do something that WWE was never going to do. Never. Because even though it was about the money, they don't like Christian. And Christian doesn't like WWE. And it's mutual.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
The only reason we had a fucking wonky finish at the end of Dynamite was for the fact that they're saving this match and the title change for the pay-per-view. That's it.
Yeah. I know.
World's End is coming up.
Yeah.
They're going to make a rematch, and it's going to be in a cage or something. And we're going to get actually Adam Copeland versus Christian one-on-one for the championship, and then we'll see a title change.
Okay.
And then you're going to see everybody start turning on Christian.
Yeah.
His people are going to start turning on him.
That's
Which we already saw. We already saw Luchasaurus start doing it.
Hold on, it's kill switch now.
Whatever.
It's kill switch.
The big dinosaur, the big doofy dinosaur. We saw him already start changing on Christian, starting to combat more with him. Nick Wayne will change once he loses that title, and he sees Christian as vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's when Nick Wayne is going to go in for the kill shot.
And I want that to happen, honestly. I want to say this now. Adam Copeland chose to go to the AEW. Adam Copeland chose to do all these matches. There is record low attendance. AEW's viewer rate was 863,000 this week. Good for them. They're usually between 7 to 8 million. 7 to 800,000 every week.
What, AEW is 807,000?
863.
That's not bad.
That's not. And again, I want to say this now. Adam specifically wanted to fight Christian on Wednesday in Canada because all their family members were going to be there.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, tell that to the freaking the WWE heads. Oh, they're wasting his life. I'm like, he chose to have a moment with their family and on Tony Khan's fucking paycheck, and it was a good fucking match.
He chose to have the match because it was in Montreal.
Yeah,
it was in Canada. He got to face his best friend in Canada in front of a crowd, which was full. It was sold out. It was full.
Yeah.
And the crowd was all for it. And they gave it a botchy finish. This way they can have him come back and face it a pay-per-view. Yeah. They left it off for a pay-per-view. They did it that way so they can have them do it in a pay-per-view again. Everybody that's saying, "Oh, this should have been on pay-per-view. It will be on pay-per-view." This is called build up.
Yeah.
We're building to more. You don't just want to give Edge the championship on his first shot.
You don't. You don't.
No, you're going to make him earn it.
Yeah, but oh my God. But like I said, I never crap on WWE and AEW. I crap on bad wrestling, botches, and bad finishes. That's all I crap on because that's just fair of a good wrestling fan. On both sides, and many other sides. I don't care. All right? That's why I'm different.
Exactly.
Yes. But the thing about yes.
And I agree with you 110%. I'm not crapping on companies unless the company itself is doing something wrong.
Yeah.
WWE for a long time was doing things wrong, and everybody's like, "Oh, but they had the That's because they were the only goddamn game in town, and nobody fucking could compete with them.
Yeah.
I was like, so of course they have the ratings. There was no other wrestling on TV.
Yeah. Like we had niche wrestling. We had Impact. We had Eddie Kingston running over a kid. We had Lucha Underground. We had MLW, Women of Wrestling, all this stuff happening. And now we have like 17 different promotions, plus indies, plus pay-per-view things, plus like all that stuff. But
AEW is the one that's bringing all these out. And they're trying to showcase all these different companies. Impact to get more attention because of AEW, because they came to AEW to get to showcase their wrestlers, and AEW wrestlers went to Impact to showcase their wrestlers. And then ROH got bought by Tony Khan, so now that's kind of part of AEW, and it's still running its own thing. AAA is getting more attention because of AEW, and JPW is getting more attention from AEW because of AEW. Stardom is getting more attention. DDT is getting more attention. These companies have been out there for years, but because people couldn't see them on television, they didn't know who the hell they were. Now we're getting to see all these different federations, all these promotions, and all these people that we didn't get a chance to see before because they didn't have TV deals.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sadly, but you're right. And that's something we got to worry about in the future. I want to watch wrestling and not worry about, I don't give a crap about attendance. I'm sitting down at my house watching it on TV. Mm-hmm. Dennis, what are your thoughts on it? You were just ghosted out for like 5 minutes staring into nothingness.
I don't know. Y'all went into the outer limits on me and everything. All I heard is blah, 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 blah. But no,
hey, look, we got real.
Yeah. But I agree with Joe. What Joe said, Joe, he hit it right on the nail. I was about to say it, but I ain't even got to say it no more. But Joe said it just right.
That's true.
But look, and how I feel about it is, I feel like AEW is like the United Nations of wrestling companies. Mm-hmm. Like they let all the different wrestling companies in. They don't care. They don't discourage. Come on in. We'll work with you. We'll work with you. We'll work with you. WWE has always been that realm where it's like fucking Cuba, where nobody wants to go. where it's like, we're by ourselves. Leave us alone. We don't want nobody.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to ROH because there's a lot of wrestlers that we don't even see anymore in AEW that we're not even complaining about seeing them. And I even have names of people right now in ROH right now that we have not seen in AEW for months. And I'll say them right now. Shout out to BMAC for bringing this out. Tony Nese, Ego at Ethan Page, Kyle Fletcher.
Ethan Page has a match against Kenny Omega on Collision.
Yes, but he has a match on ROH with stipulations with Tony Nese. Contract was today.
Oh,
so he's
nice.
He's double doing it right now. For Final Battle, by the way. Let's see here. Angelico was fighting Christopher Daniels in ROH. Freaking Griff Garrison is fighting Cole Carter in ROH. Johnny Morrison, remember him? Remember that they paid for his ass? He's in
Johnny
ROH.
TV.
Yep, with Dalton Castle, fighting against Dalton Castle. Sauce and Lee Moriarty in ROH. All these guys that we haven't seen in months that slowly edged out, they're all in ROH.
Lee Moriarty was just squashed last week by Keith Lee. What are you talking about on AEW?
Well, there you go. That doesn't count. If you get squashed, you get squashed. But he's gonna shine.
And Keith Lee cut a fucking promo. Keith Lee cut a fucking promo that was like hell and shit. He was like, I'm tired of this shit. He's like undoing his tape and shit. He's like, I'm tired of this shit. It's like nothing against Lee Moriarty. You're a great competitor and all, but damn, I'm tired of this shit. I gotta start making things happen and taking things for myself. That was his promo.
By the way,
I was like, God damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of like females here too. Like, look, legit Layla Hirsch, Rachel Ellering, Big Shotty Lee. All I didn't know they're over there.
What's her name?
Billy Starks.
Martinez? Perez? Martinez? Yeah.
Yeah, Martinez, yeah.
Yeah.
So
she's over there too in ROH.
So imagine if AEW was like WWE and took all those wrestlers, they would have been fired. Yeah. They would have been fired a while ago and then off to better endeavors. And maybe a quarter, maybe 1/8 of them would have went to NXT for helping them and then would have got fired anyway. So I give Tony Khan praise for that.
A lot.
He's giving them a chance for other people, hardcore wrestlers, to watch these new wrestlers and give them a chance. If they fail, they fail. But they fail in their own merit. Not on Tony Khan's dime.
And he works with New Japan, and he works with New Japan Pro Wrestling, so he'll send talent over there to do stuff too.
You know, I don't even know who Billy Starks was. I don't even know who the fuck Billy Starks is, but she's gonna fight Athena for the main event and final battle. First off, good for you. Final battle main event for 2 women, great. And Athena can go, and Billy Starks, as Dennis been talking about it. She can go too. So I mean, she can go too. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
They were asking about. I had a lot of people commenting about what's his face about Athena.
Yeah.
And why isn't she featured on AEW TV more often?
She's rocking ROH. That's it.
I understand that, but you think she would have her championship and come to AEW and challenge some of the women over there?
But then you would shadow the other 2 champions. You don't need 3 women champions. You need at least 2. 3 just makes it a little more. And then if Athena's a better talker than the other 2 champions, it makes the other 2 champions look weak. Julia Hart doesn't talk that much. She has the rep and those scripted promos, which she can play out great. Who's the other champion? Not Billy. I'm sorry. The one that's black and white now.
Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah, Tony
Boring Storm.
Yeah.
Boring Storm.
But Riho's back, and it looks like Riho might take the belt off Tony Storm. Yes, please. I'm fine.
Did you notice they I think they canceled that match with Abaddon and Julia Hart.
Yep.
I think they canceled it.
What a surprise after the fact that we talked about it'd be a good, what a surprise there. Ooh.
Now they cancel it. Like, fuck you. I was excited.
I like Tony Storm, but her new gimmick is boring.
It's super boring, man.
It's depressing.
Everybody likes it. It's over as fuck. What are you talking about?
A certain amount. It's not that great, honestly, because look, I honestly am more invested in Abaddon and Julia Hart because I've watched Abaddon from the beginning. I am more invested in Riho taking the belt off Tony Storm because I've invested in Riho in the beginning. I'm invested in Athena and Billy Starks because I've seen Athena fight great wrestlers in WWE, and Billy Starks is an up-and-coming woman, so I want her to shine. And I know Athena is going to make her shine because she doesn't do shitty matches on purpose. She tries to the best of her ability to get the best of her ability. So I'm happy with that.
I'm going to tell you.
What's happening now in WWE, though, and we can shift to that real quick before we finish tonight, is I have no idea because I don't even watch Raw. But I will say the highlights of it. Matt Riddle was talking shit. Everyone's crapping him on Twitter. Ken Shamrock, this is a good debate, Joe. Ken Shamrock might be coming back. And I'm going to start with Joe first because I know Dennis is going to say the negative of it. So let's go.
I believe he signed a Legends contract just to be safe. But they have been reselling his shirts on WWEshop.com. That's where this all stemmed from. Sorry, chewing. I feel like they're just trying to gather legends and get them under contract, just so they have them in their back pocket, so AEW can't get them.
That's crazy too. Like, I don't think AEW was going to pick up. I don't think so. Honestly, they picked up Flair, and that's kind of enough for them right now.
He was trying to get Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah, but that was stupid too. Like, oh, I'm just taking home my kids. That's your right. Do that, Ronda. Like, we didn't really need you. You would have came over there and been like just whining and shit. No, we're good. We're good. Thank you, ma'am. We have 2 of your 4 horsewomen. We'll work that out.
Remember, TKO is part of UFC. So UFC finna get a lot of their who was former UFC wrestlers, who was former wrestlers in the Hall of Fame. Ken Shamrock. Like, they bring back Ken Shamrock. Who else wrestled in the UFC that came to WWE?
Dan Severn.
Dan Severn. Who else? You gonna start seeing a lot of them.
CM Punk, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, UFC started CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. CM Punk already bet. Brock Lesnar, they not gonna tell Brock Lesnar no on nothing. So they see UFC for to get they famous fighters daytime like Ken Shamrock. Come on now, what was the last thing Ken Shamrock did? The world's most angriest man. Like, come on. Well,
they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame.
Who he gonna wrestle though? I mean, if he go wrestle, who he go wrestle? Because he said he got one more match in him. Who he go wrestle? Hulk Hogan?
They're gonna put him in. They're gonna. Huh?
I
said who he go wrestle?
They could put him against Psycho Sid.
Oh god.
I mean, they could always get Zach Gallen to come back.
They might as well to what they doing. I don't even understand what they doing.
He could put Zach Gallen's one good leg in an ankle lock.
Let the Brooklyn Brawler come back and challenge him. Repo Man. What about Repo Man?
He's still alive. Bring him back.
Yeah.
How about Maven?
Maven, yeah.
No. Come on. I know why he said Maven. Maven's not that great, but
That's because Maven talks about the business and he actually tells the truth about everything.
I know. Yeah. That's why they'll murder him if he fucking goes back to over there.
Man,
he gets so much heat for that shit.
Wow, he tell everything. He get down to the nitty gritty, bro. Like, I be skeptical on watching his shit sometimes. I'll be like, man, should I be watching it or not? But yeah, he gonna miss it. You know what happened?
Bad things. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
They got a Corey Feldman in his ass.
Wow.
God, all right.
Joe, man, we trying to make a show. We trying to make money. We ain't trying to lose it.
Wow. This ain't Hollywood, boy.
Oh,
hey, we all end up somewhere is your fault.
I live in the hood. I'm going back. I'm gonna live in the hood. They would come try to get my ass.
I live in the hood too, but the government. Yeah. I live in the hood too, but the government is anything possible with them.
Yeah. Life is different in Puerto Rico, but I will say respect yourself and find safety wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Final topic we're gonna talk about before we get out of here. What are your thoughts on basically on the free? This is kind of a hard topic to talk about. Kevin Owens' injury, real or fake?
Fake.
Because he said his hand's broken again.
Fake.
I heard it was real.
Yeah. Also,
I heard it was real.
I also heard Bryan Danielson might be hurt as well. We're talking injuries, ladies and gentlemen. I think
he got
hurt after collision.
He got a cut over his eye.
Oh God!
That's why he wear that patch.
No,
yeah, that's why he wear that.
No, he had a broken orbital bone, is why he's wearing the patch.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He got his orbital bone broken somewhere between the first Andrade match that he had and the match against Okada and Okada and who the fuck was Okada's partner in that tag match?
No, but that's understandable. That's understandable having that bone like that. Yeah.
But yeah, but he's wrestling 4 times this week. Supposedly, he was wrestling on Dynamite. He's going to be wrestling on Rampage, and he's wrestling on Collision to catch up on the matches that he missed from the previous week. He's wrestling Andrade on Collision, I believe.
Okay.
So that's going to be a hell of a match. The Continental Classic is actually pretty good.
So, I got a question to ask y'all. Do y'all ever see Swerve Strickland being AEW champion? Because I do.
I think so, but only after he fights Hangman again.
Didn't he beat him twice already?
Yes.
He beat him twice, so what's ain't no point in him wrestling no more. It's twice.
What's he gonna? Yeah, but if they do a third match, Alex, you know damn well Hangman's gonna win that one.
Of course.
But ain't no reason in him wrestling no more. He lost twice. He beat a former world champion. Swerve Strickland should be in the title contenders pot. He should be.
But there's a lot of big dogs that are in that spot, and he'd have to beat them. He'd have to beat like Samoa Joe and Wardlow and.
How? But he beat a former champion. He beat a former champion. Hangman Page was a former AEW champion.
I want to see, let's see him go against Wardlow and what he can do.
I think he'd get Wardlow. Honestly,
he gets squashed.
He got
squash.
It's about speed and tech though. Like let's
have him go against Samoa Joe. What's going to happen? He's going to get choked out.
Man, come on, man. We ain't talking about Samoa Joe. We already know what Samoa Joe gonna talk about and do, man. Come on, man. Get playing.
Samoa Joe choked that motherfucker out like quick.
Come on. We already know Samoa Joe is the most underrated wrestler, bro. Come on, man. I already know, Samoa Joe, when they shout out Joe's gonna kill you, we already know it, bro. Come on.
You know WWE. You know why WWE got rid of him?
They dropped why?
His weight.
Man.
Yeah. His weight. Tell me that's not fucked up.
That is.
That's the biggest form of body shaming that you could do to somebody is fire them because of their weight.
Yeah.
It's sad to do that, honestly, but it's just that again. It's not all on the company's fault too. Like Joe, get a nutritionist, be better.
No, but sometimes some people's bodies can't do what other bodies do. I mean, I said, his body, the way his body is, he could roll with the best of them. That's the whole thing. Like he could carry his weight. Once you learn how to carry your weight and know how to use it, you could do anything.
His weight never got in his way.
No,
it never slowed him down. He kept
could
going
run like a small person. Samoa Joe can run like a small person. His reflexes, come on, man, they blackball Samoa Joe.
And my favorite thing that he does is the waiting for someone to jump off the top rope and walk me out of the way.
Psych.
Yeah, he's been doing that shit for years.
Psych.
He's been doing that shit since Impact.
Get up off
when he
the
was
floor.
When he was like 50 pounds less.
Getting up off the floor, look at him like psych. Come on, man. Samoa Joe got his thing, and to me, Samoa Joe, he should have been all around. He should have been all around champion.
All right. Do y'all think that he's going to beat MJF for the title?
Samoa Joe?
Yes.
Okay, let's say it like this. Let me say it like this.
Yeah. You have to. Go on, Dennis.
I'm going to say it like this. So what if MJF and Adam Cole, when they fight each other, they don't need no title. So we're saying Samoa Joe win, and then Adam Cole helps Samoa Joe win. So it says they betray him, and then Adam Cole and MJF got to arrest each other.
But you know, it'd be even funnier if the lights go out during the match. The lights go out. The referee gets knocked down. The lights go out during the match. the lights come back up, and all the masked men are in the ring, the Devil's henchmen. And they get up on the ring apron, and the lights go off again. And then the lights come back on, and Samoa Joe is standing behind MJF with the mask on.
Yeah.
I don't know. The match may look a little too small for Samoa Joe to be put like that.
But that's
Like
the point.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, too. Remember, December 19th or December 20th, 90-day non-compete clauses are up for Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, and all the released superstars from that day. And World's End is on December 30th.
Wow. Bro, no, and the thing about this, I look at it like this. WWE already got CM Punk, so they got to go all in on this one. They got to throw all the cards on the table. How Booker T said, they got to throw all the cards on the table, baby, because they go lose if they don't, bro. This got to be where they throw all cards on the table in order to have some competition with WWE. Because if they don't, they gonna get ate alive.
This is something that we haven't talked about yet, and the fact that Dolph Ziggler could be the devil, because they're playing it out. We don't know who the guy is, and he doesn't have to be under contract to be the devil. The devil could be anybody. Until he's unmasked, he's just the devil.
Yeah, anybody. Random.
Yeah, and then when he's unmasked, then he's an actual character.
What if they are ex-WWE wrestlers that got released?
Could make sense.
That'd be crazy.
They did want to hire Shelton Benjamin to AEW. I mean, a lot of the locker room wants Shelton Benjamin in AEW, and I don't disagree with them. I think they want him to be a trainer. And I think he would make a phenomenal trainer for AEW.
Of course.
Can you imagine Shelton Benjamin and Bryan Danielson training the AEW guys?
Man, that'd be nasty. High flyers? That'd be crazy. Like I said,
technicians, to me, wrestlers.
Shelton Benjamin was always underrated to me. Shelton Benjamin should have got that push he deserves.
I agree.
The shit Shelton Benjamin's doing, like Shelton Benjamin, she should have at least been like 1-time, 2-time world champion. They blackballed Shelton Benjamin.
I felt like the same way. I felt like he was too talented, and they kind of didn't use him properly in some aspects.
Not at all.
The gold standard gimmick with his mama, that was the worst.
Worst. Like he broke up with the real greatest. That was his time right there. That ain't no stopping me.
We don't talk about Charlie Haas, even though he wants to come back to wrestling.
Man, you see how you look now? You look horrible. He looked like he about like 68.
He looked like he did too much math. Looked like he did too much math.
Yeah, he looked like roadkill. He looked like hamburger. He looked like hamburger when you squash him.
He's in good shape though. I mean, his face looks terrible.
Bro, you look at him like, what the fuck happened to you?
Velveteen Dream don't look any better.
Woo. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna stop it right there. Final thoughts on the.
Can we talk about the pudding again? Can we talk about the pudding again?
No. Final thoughts.
Oh.
Final thoughts, Dennis. Come on.
Everything was good, but I didn't get a chance to talk about the pudding.
Wrestling's been good this week. A lot of people were upset that CM Punk wasn't on Raw, but the only reason they did that was because he's making an appearance on SmackDown this week.
Okay.
So they're only trying to put him on one show a week. They're not trying to. They're trying to let him. He was on Raw. He did his little thing on Raw. Now he's going to go to SmackDown, do a little thing on SmackDown, and he's going to make a decision on what brand he wants to be on.
Okay.
Just like Raw Randy Orton did.
Yeah.
And he's obviously going to pick Raw because of Seth Rollins.
That's true. I'll give you that. My thoughts on this week of wrestling. I want to give a shout out to Randy Orton because he gave props to Matt Riddle helping win the tag team. I want to give props to every wrestler that's trying to be the best they can. I want to give a shout out to the devil, whoever you may be in AEW, not in real life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm agnostic. And I want to give a shout out to the BWF, the D-Walk for NXT time on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. for Joe BNCO and Wrestling Talk at 9:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Shout out to King Destroyer. Shout out to Tim, Mac Moody. I'm tired as hell. I'm half drunk. And remember, Rick Reactions and Joe BNCO on YouTube. Soon enough, we're going to have some special surprises coming soon. Special media, special gifts, special shirts, special all that jazz. But as a wise man once told me, when you're fucking tired, hit the button.
We made it here without no cosigns, just hard work and dope rhymes. My bars are Terry Bradshaw, y'all close line. You gotta know that you can't have an open heart with a closed mind. Gotta thank the people, they could have picked you.